Hello everybody and welcome to another video. So this is going to be another video where I'm attempting to make random doll clothes and stuff. So when I was going through the boxes of things that I have specifically for making these doll clothes, I found this piece of fabric that is it's like that long, maybe. I'm not really good at estimating, but maybe 2 feet by a little more than half a foot. I don't know. There's a little like tube bit along the top, which makes me think that it was probably for like a window hanging. And it has this little bloopy bloop on the bottom, these little red things, which inspired me to try. And like, I know I'm gonna have some leftover fabric from this because I don't think it's gonna take that much to do it. But what I'm going to try and do is make if you recall the pajamas, they've got a pair of shorts, so I was going to try and make a pair of shorts with these along the bottom, and then a sort of an off-the-shoulder top, like so this lady is not wearing a shirt right now, but if you can look from the back, because I don't know what YouTube's policy on dolls that don't have boobs is, a shirt that, like, it would be, like, just the white part of the fabric up to here, but then there would be a band that went like from just under the shoulder across and then down to like the elbow across, and that would have the red bits on it also as like sleeves. So that would be a full like coordinated outfit out of this fabric, which is kind of like soft, but it's also got those like little blue, like, can you see the fuzzies on it? And it's also white, so it might be a little bit see-through, which is fine, because, like, it's a doll. It doesn't really matter that much. So I'm going to go attempt to do that, and I'm going to try and do it without using a pattern. For the pants, I'm going to, I think, try and use an elastic. For the waist, I do have some small elastic, so not like what I did here, because I don't think it will be able to get over her butt if I do that. And for the top, I think we'll go with either buttons or some other kind of thing, because I don't know how well this will make buttonholes or not. Smoother, like silky fabrics don't seem to do that very well. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. So I used these shorts as a pattern, although I'm pretty sure this will not end up looking exactly like that. So based on the hemming here and here, and the distance, oh, I should be pointing, based on the hemming here and here, the distance from, the distance around like basically half, the circumference of like one leg, and the distance between here and here, I think I've come up with a basic idea. So I started by cutting out two 6-inch by 6-inch rectangles, squares maybe. And obviously the lines are not super straight because of the way I do things, but hopefully this will end up going okay. So on to the next bit. So first I'm making this rolled over bit, like this right here, where the elastic is gonna go. So I curl it over. This section right here is 3/4 of an inch high, roughly. So I'm gonna sew along the edge right there, but I'm not gonna sew them together. So we'll see how that goes. I could be doing this completely wrong. Oh well. I am nearly done, but just for everyone's personal information, sewing machines make things go a ton faster. So as you can see currently, I put it on her to make sure that the waistband fit. Currently, it just looks like a skirt with some slits on the side, but if I take it off, here you can see what I did on the inside. So you saw that I hemmed across the top first when they were unconnected. What I did after that was, so I took a piece of elastic. The elastic I have is this wide. So basically as wide as the hole, so I'm not sure exactly, why don't I just measure it, okay? This is not easy to film. Okay. I'm gonna go about 1/4 inch, guessing. Yeah, probably 1/4 inch or even less. So I put the elastic in while they were separated, and I threaded it through both pieces and then sewed it up. And then I pinned the pieces down the sides and sewed the elastic bits areas shut
with a sewing machine and sewed it down the sides, but I left 1.5 inches open. Putting it on her and seeing what I'm going to do next, I probably should have left more open. As it is, they look more like pants than shorts, but you know what, that's fine. So what I'm going to do now, I kind of need to show you beforehand. You see this, where I fold it, where the seams are sort of aligned like so, and then you see the splits. This is really hard to do with one hand. The splits are going to connect to each other, and then that will make the legs of the pants. So I'm going to sew them up here like so. As you can tell, one leg is going to be longer than the other, and they're going to look like pants, and she may not be able to move her legs that much. But for a first attempt, and having never done any sort of pants sewing in any way before, I think I'm doing pretty good. So I'm gonna go and do that, and then you can see how they look finished. Alright, so the pants are finished. It turns out that they do fit, but pretty much like just barely, and I really should have made them a bit, like the crotch a bit higher. They are standing up only pants, and they are gonna give her a tiny bit of plumber's crack. But for my first time ever making pants, I think I did a pretty good job. They look half decent. They are a teeny bit see-through, but since she never wears underwear anyways, you know, it's fine. So, yeah, that's the first half of this outfit, and we'll move on to the shirt shortly. Okay, I have finished the top. So this one, I didn't really use like much measuring. Like I measured with my eyeballs, but I don't know if that counts. So basically I just took the piece of cloth, wrapped it around the area of the doll that I wanted, and then cut it with some extra bits so that, because I knew I would need extra. So we have this one, the base piece for this is, I don't know. I may put the measurements in the description. I might not. We have the base piece for this, which I just hemmed the side and top of because, yeah, it needed to be hemmed. And then we have this top bit which is the sleeves, and I hemmed this side and the top. This side I didn't need to hem because of it already having that on it. And then, but after I hemmed the top, I did sew it on. I put it on the doll and then pinned it where it was going to need to be to leave the armholes, marked them, and then sewed them, leaving them there. The armholes are different lengths, but it still works. And then I put it on the doll again, marking where the hook and eye clips needed to be because this fabric would not be conducive to buttons at all. Also, I don't know what kind of fabric this is, but I highly do not recommend trying to make clothes out of it because it's very difficult and frayish, and I'm pretty sure these are going to fall apart in like a couple days. But they look okay now, so let's move on to the final look. Right now, so from the front you can tell it's like a pretty nice look, and now you can sort of see this top does look closer to what I was going for, although not exactly right. The dog is freaking out, ignore him. But from the back it is not so good. So the top is a little bit like, but it's okay because nobody's gonna look at the back because you can just stand and always face people and walk awkwardly with your back facing away from them all the time. Yeah, so this is gonna be all for this video. For overall, I think it was a fairly good success. Like, could be better, but it's not the worst outfit I've ever made, so that's a good thing, right? Yeah. So, please like, subscribe, and comment new ideas, outfits, like send me little links or tutorials or stuff that you want me to try and make as a doll outfit, and, I will see you guys all next time. Bye!